Alrighty, phone's cleared out. Let's go work on the deck. Let's get these last few boards screwed on. I still gotta buy one more, but we'll see if we have time. I wanna get these screwed on and then figure out if I need like anything else, I guess. So let me get these screwed on. And actually I would like to go buy some of the concrete and probably go buy some 2x4s or whatever to frame out where I wanna put that little sidewalk. So let's see what we can get done today. All this done, need one more board. And these sitting a smidge too high, so I gotta adjust that. All right, so I'm back inside. I only had to cut 2 of those like cross beams, the supports, which was surprising. I could have definitely trimmed them all a little bit so they were perfectly even, because there's like, I think there's 2 of them that has a gap that's, I mean, probably 3 or 4 millimeters, which isn't too bad. I'm not worried about it. It's not perfect. Oh, excuse me. It's not perfect. I'm not worried about it. It's, you'd never tell once I get the deck boards on anyways. I've got time to go to Lowe's and get that last board, so I'll probably run and do that. I'm gonna figure out what I need to like frame out where I'm going to do the concrete, because I'm going to grab some of that wood and I'm going to get that framed out, because that shouldn't take long at all to like cut, you know, 4 pieces of wood into length and then screw them together. Even if I don't get the bases for the steps poured right now, or, you know, right now as in like in the next few days, I at least want to get that concrete little driveway, that little walkway done. I'm so sick of that. Like, it just looks like crap. It's like dirt and the grass is like growing over it, so it looks like crap. It got warm out there. It's got the heat off. It's 70 degrees in the house, so it's warming up. It's 30 degrees at night, 70 something in the afternoon with sun. So figured out what concrete to get, figured out what rebar to use. I originally thought about using that remesh, which is like a mesh, kind of metal mesh that goes in there, but it comes in a roll, which you get a ton of, but that's $150, and I need literally like $20 worth of that whole roll. And then you can buy it in sheets like that are just straight, but they're gigantic for like $10. I don't have a truck. I don't really feel like borrowing somebody's truck just for that one little thing. So he told me he likes using rebar better anyways, which I feel like it would be a lot stronger because it's a lot thicker. This remesh is like wire thin. So rebar and concrete, cheap. The rebars are like $3-4 a piece because I only need a couple 4-footers. Concrete, each bag is like, I think $4 or $5. This is like the good, like high strength stuff, you know, that's supposed to resist cracking and all that good stuff. So that's cool. And then, so I'm like, you know, how deep would you recommend? Because everything online says, you know, 2 to 3 inches for a regular sidewalk. I'm like, that, I don't do concrete, but that seems kind of thin to me. He's like, I would do at least 4, you know, bare minimum for a sidewalk. Because I'm sure, you know, if we ever move or, you know, get like furniture and stuff, you know, some of it will be brought back that way anyways. So, you know, going stronger obviously wouldn't hurt. So I'm like, okay, you know, the ground's already pretty deep, so I'll probably have to dig just a couple inches, which won't be too bad. I hope. But then I'm like, all right, cool. So, you know, concrete, rebar, I'll buy, you know, the concrete, you know, smoothing thing, a couple 2x4s so I can form where I want it. Sweet. Forgot you need a base under the concrete because you don't just pour concrete, you know, on nothing. So you got to get the gravel, and all this stuff I'm reading is talking about 2 to 4 inches worth of gravel under it. I'm like, damn. So luckily it's not a huge area, but I'm like, Jesus, so that's going to jump the price up another 30 or $40 in gravel. Gonna go get the stuff today, try to get it dug out, get the gravel down, get it compacted, and then build the form for the concrete. And then looks like tomorrow we're gonna be doing some concrete. This is kind of like, I'm super excited because I've never done it before, and it's gonna look, I mean, if it's done right, it's gonna look amazing, like so much better than just the trashy, you know, dirt and pavers and stuff we got going on right now. This cart is almost impossible to push. Ugh. Holy crap, you guys. So, oh shit. I thought the deck was hard. I'm scared to drive home. I gotta show you guys a picture of this car. I just loaded up 16 bags. I just loaded up 16 bags of this concrete. They are 80 pounds a piece. If you do the math, that is a whole lot of weight. So,
please fasten passenger seat belt.
Oh, it thinks there's somebody sitting there. Oops. So, holy crap. Sorry, I'm so out of breath from loading those. So I've stopped and got like the brick pavers and the like bags of gravel and all that stuff before. And I was like, wow, you know, I got this car loaded down. It was nothing compared to this. I didn't even get everything I needed because I didn't think there's no way this thing was going to handle anything else. Like, I feel like one decent bump and I'm just going to be like, you know, like bottoming out the suspension. Holy crap. So 16 bags of this concrete. It's 80 pounds a piece. I got a lot in the trunk. I've got some sitting like on top of the back seat, like folded down. And I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, like 5 bags up front just to try to like even the weight out so the car's not just scraping bottom. Because there was no way I was getting all this in the back, like weight-wise. So, I didn't even get the 2x4s. That was like the main reason I'm going. What I should have did is grab like half of this, grab the 2x4s, and then tomorrow morning come back and get the rest. But I didn't. It sucks because it's so close. Again, you know, I wait till the last minute to like shop. Oh wow, my brakes definitely don't work as good. But I'm like, cool, you know, let me go drop this off and then run back and I'll grab my wood. No, it's already almost 7 o'clock, so they're gonna be closed. But man, was that a freaking load. So anyways, though, like I said, I put these on the cart and then I go to move the cart. I'm like, holy crap, this cart doesn't move. So I started getting nervous. I'm like, man, it's not about like the car driving. I know the car can handle the weight, like, you know, driving wise or whatever, but it's the suspension, the shocks. But so far so good. It's a little stiffer, that's for sure. It's stiffer but bouncier, if that makes any sense. But today is Wednesday, super nice day outside. Tomorrow's supposed to be just as nice, but there's a small chance of rain. But I really doubt we're gonna get that rain, so I'm not too worried about it. It's stupidly, like, I do everything so backwards. I stupidly didn't think to figure out how many bags do I need of the concrete. Like, a smart person would be like, okay, I'm doing an area this big. I need, you know, 8 bags of this concrete. And then you go to Lowe's and buy 8 bags. I'm standing there looking at the concrete like, all right, so how many should I get? And I'm like, dumbass. So I Googled like a concrete bag calculator, and there's 40-pound bags, 60-pound bags, 80-pound bags. So it gives you like, you know, the total number for each size bag or whatever. So you put in your thickness, your width, and your length. And, you know, it tells you like, okay, 20 40-pound bags, or 16, you know, 60-pound bags, or like 13 80-pound bags or whatever. I don't know what the hell I was thinking. For some reason, I'm like, all right, I probably only need like, hopefully only like 3 or 4 bags. Again, I've never done concrete before. I've never actually like went this in depth of, you know, looking into what I need and all that. So I do that. I put it in, and again, I didn't measure, so, you know, I'm also a dumbass there. So I'm like, okay, probably about 4 foot wide by about 7 foot long. A random number. And it was like, it was like 21 bags or something like that. I'm like, 21 80-pound bags? Holy you know, god dang. So I'm like, what if we do 3 foot wide? And I'm like, trying to, you know, figure out like what's the average, you know, width of a concrete walkway, because I don't want something that's like awkwardly wide, you know, it just looks weird. So I didn't figure that out, but I figured, I'm like, it's probably less than 4 feet. It's probably about 2.5 or 3.5 foot max, if I had to guess, maybe even 3 feet. So I redid my calculations. It told me to get 16 bags, so I grabbed 16. Because that's another shitty thing about this is like, once you like, you want more than you should buy, I guess, in a sense. So like tomorrow I'll probably grab a couple more bags, because obviously you want to account for any kind of errors, and it's not something that you can just be like, well, all right, you know, once this dries, I'll go get some more and add on to it. Like, you can't do that. Like, you want it all mixed together. So pretty much tomorrow, once I start, you know, I want to have everything there. Like, you know, you don't change plans halfway through. Good news, I just got home, and I thought Lowe's closed at 7. So I Googled it, and it said Lowe's was open till, you know, like 6 a.m. till like, I think it said 8 p.m. or 9 p.m. And I'm like, this seems like their normal hours. But Google was pretty good at like getting everyone's adjusted hours. So I'm like, so I was like, hey Siri, call, you know, Lowe's or whatever. So it called Lowe's and it's like, our hours are currently adjusted, you know, to better suit our employees, blah, 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 blah. Press 8 to hear our hours. And it's like Monday through Saturday, 6 a.m. to 9 p.m. And I'm like, 9? That's sweet. I was like, hopefully it'll be 8 even, but 9 is sweet. So I got plenty of time. I'm going to unload this. God, that deck looks so good. I got to like take care of that bottom piece now. God, I cut my hand. It's like a little tiny paper cut looking thing right there. But it hurts so damn bad. My hands look terrible from loading that concrete. I should have had gloves on, but I guess 4 2x4s to kind of frame out. I got to frame out that area right here. There's going to be a walkway. And I'm going to do it, I think, a little bit wider up here, but I think I'll do that separate. I don't know yet. I don't know. We'll see. A buddy of mine, the guy I was telling you I talked to about the concrete, I was asking him, I was like, you think like gravel would be good under the steps, or should I do concrete under them, even if I'm not doing like concrete, like, you know, out of it? Because I started thinking about that too. I'm like, I have concrete under the steps, but then you just walk onto the grass. I'm like, that might kind of look dumb. So he said, he's like, gravel would be perfectly fine, you know, as long as you pat it, dig a little bit into the ground and, you know, compact it and stuff like that. So I think I might do gravel on the outside. I'm not sure. Plans change so much, but that's the current plans. I think I might go with gravel and then just do the practice doing the sidewalk right here. I'm gonna get a video of the car now and get the stuff unloaded. I'm dreading it. My feet hurt. I'm wearing like newer shoes. Like I don't really have my purple ones that I usually wear in the video that you can see way up there by the grill. Those just got so wet from when I was power washing the house that they didn't dry properly, so they stink, you know, for lack of better terms. So I left them outside and they're dry now, but now I'm like, you know, I need to either throw them in the washer at least or just get rid of them and, you know, move on to another pair. But all my other pairs are like nicer, newer ones, and they're really stiff. My feet are killing me from walking through Lowe's. I guess it don't look too bad. Sign says 9 o'clock now, so that's cool. Grab what I need. Screw all this stuff. Price out the stair stringers. These right here. Jesus. $13 a piece. Dang. My God, I'm gonna need a lot of them. We'll save that for a different day. Whew. So now theoretically the deck is kind of done. Like, I would say the worst part, I should say, I guess. God, I didn't realize those stair stringers were so expensive. I gotta figure out like what kind of wood. I don't know if I use those same, like the deck boards like I've been using for the top. I don't know if I use those for stairs. I feel like if I use those for the steps, then I feel like I'm gonna have to put them like every 12 to 15 inches because this wood's kind of like flimsy. And God, if I gotta do that, and I want to do those steps like 8 foot wide, oof, that's gonna be expensive. We'll see. I might just not do steps on the outside of the deck. There's always that possibility too. If I do that, I kind of like that idea, because if I do that, I think I would plant like some kind of like bushes, or you know, like a flower bed or something in front of the whole like length of the front of the deck. I think that would look really nice. But it's also annoying, like, you know, if you're having a fire, or you know, you're out doing back, you know, yard work, you gotta walk around to the side of the deck to walk up. That's annoying to me, but oh well, I guess. I don't know. We'll see. We went this far with only 2 little dingy steps, but I'm gonna go home, and I'm done working out there for the day. It's 8 o'clock now. I'm pooped. I am tired. So I am here at the Eureka Eatery place. This is what it looks like. It's nothing special, to be honest with you. A little gas station, but I'm gonna get me a chicken sandwich and some waffle fries, and hopefully it doesn't take too long. They look like there's a lot of cars here, so I guess we'll see. So that was super quick. Got nowhere to put my stuff. I mean, I got my seat, but my cup holders are covered. Could you hurry up, lady? What the hell are you doing? Okay, I guess I'm going then. Go ahead. Go ahead. Okay. There I go. Man, give me a dirty look. The whole time since I started my car, I had it in reverse. And like right after I started it, I put it in reverse. Lady pulls in next to me, like as I was getting in, the lady pulls in right next to me. She gets out of the car, and she's just like, she stands there like she's messing with her coat, and then she looks down at her keys, looks at the car, at her car, and then like starts trying to zip her coat up, and then like unzipping it. I'm like, okay, so I'm gonna go then. So as soon as I start backing up, she starts to speed walk and then backs up and goes like this. I'm like, go ahead. So I stop. I'm like, go ahead. And she just continues to stand there. I'm like, all right, then I'm going. So then as I back out, she gives me a dirty look like, bitch. But I am going to be home in a few minutes. I'm going to chow down on this sandwich, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Finally done. That door bothers me so bad now. Gotta cut that. Trim the edges. I got one piece that was a little bit too short, but that's no big deal. In fact, I could trade it out with one of these if I really wanted. Ah, that feels good. Now I gotta dig all this out.